In this video, I'll show you how to use context filters in the 2D visual for Tracer version 3. You can see on the screen that we're showing a room plan that has the different areas of each of the rooms. For this use case, we would like to set all of the corridors and circulation elements to be context so that we can get a better understanding of which rooms are occupied spaces and which are circulation. The first step will be to head to Transform Data. We'll need to add a conditional column so that we can designate which elements are context and which are not. We can go to our Element Rooms panel or whichever table has your rooms associated into it, and we can add a column and select Conditional Column. We can name the column anything we'd like, but for this case, we'll just use isContext. And then we set up our rules below. So, because we're doing this by room type, the best way that we'll be able to do it is to use this name filter. And because we have many different types of names, we'll use contains as the operator. And then we can add values for which types of information will be filtered. So in this case, we'll use vest for vestibule. And the output, if it's vestibule and if it is context, we'll use a binary for true false. In a moment, we'll change it to be truly true false. But in this case, we'll use a 1 to represent true so that vestibule shows up as context. We'll add more clauses for the rest of the circulation elements. So if name contains stair, then true. If name contains corridor, then true. And if name contains lobby, then true, else false with 0, and hit OK. This has created a new column here, and you can see that there's a list of 1s and 0s. We can right-click on the column header and select Change Type to True False. Now we can see that there are true falses set up here. We can return home and hit Close and Apply. Now we can use isContext to differentiate between which rooms are not context, here false, and yes context, true. We could even add it to our list of areas and sort by isContext. So now we can see false and trues, and this could even help us to break out those areas. For the visual, we'll need to take the same isContext data and drop it into the context field. And we can see that it automatically pushes it into this more background type of graphic. If we head to Format Your Visual, we can adjust context style. We have the option to toggle it on and off. We can turn off the fill, control the edge thickness, change edge colors, and adjust fill colors. Once you've added this conditional column of isContext, it's very simple to set up your visual.